My rabbi nicknamed me Alien Girl. He said I just didn't seem like I was on the same planet as everybody else. And that never felt more true than when I was with my own family. Particularly this one Thanksgiving when I was 17. My loud Jewish mother's entire loud Jewish side of the family was there staying with us. So the whole house smelled like red wine, Chanel No. 5, and hand sanitizer. So my grandmother was cooking dinner, which in our house just meant taking the food from Wegmans containers and putting it on the china. And so I decided that I wanted to set some ambiance with some music, so I put on Frank Sinatra, and I just laid back on the couch and closed my eyes and let Sinatra whisk me to the moon. But I crash landed back on Earth when I heard the voice of DJ Assault explaining that although I am a light-skinned bitch, he has the financial means to buy my sexual services. My mother had changed the music, and my whole family was suddenly dancing to DJ Assault's ode to the female body, ass, and titties. And my mom starts singing and dancing, but she gets the motions of her dance wrong. So she's going, ass and titties, ass and titties, 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 ass and titties. And that is how my mother earns the nickname the dyslexic rapper. So we sit down to dinner, and it's just a cacophony of Long Island accents. So I retreat to my home planet again. But I come back when I realize they're all silent. Everyone's staring at my mom, and she looks like she's trying to talk, but she's not saying anything. Just like... So it occurs to me that she's choking, so I smack her on the back, and nothing happens. So I smack her again, harder this time, and this thin stream of undigested food remnants falls from her mouth onto her plate right next to the white meat. Now, she takes a sip of water and she says she's fine, but she sees everyone staring at her and she turns red and runs into the kitchen. And at this moment, my father, a doctor of medicine, springs into action, runs into the kitchen, wraps his arms around her, and just starts doing the Heimlich maneuver. And he's lifting this tiny woman into the air, and she's screaming, "Gary, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine!" And he's like, "Don't die on me, Janice." And she's like, "I'm not dying, I'm fine, put me down." He's like, "Come on, Janice, you're okay." And she's like, "I know, I'm okay, I'm fine, put me down." So he finally puts her down. And they walk back into the dining room, and they take their places at the head of the table. And I say, "Ma, can we get you a new plate? This one's full of puke." She says, no, it's fine, I'm eating around it. Let's change the subject. How about a toast? And at this point, she raises her glass, and she says, "To my loving husband, Gary, for saving my life." And I'm searching her face, which is the same as my face, with all the same expressions, for any sign that she's being sarcastic or humoring him, but all I see is earnestness. And I'm like, is this how Earthlings communicate with each other? Because everything inside me is screaming like, what? But I did, he did, I did, but with the, it was. And then I see my dad, and he's beaming, and his chest is all puffed out. And I realize in that moment, they are agreeing to believe that he saved her. And who am I to take that from them? So I raise a glass to Daddy and keep my eyes down the rest of the meal so that I don't have to watch my mother literally eat her own vomit.